So I had to look at my paper again. And I am still actively trying to recall how people who are in conversation with one another do it in real life, because I'm not sure if I cannot recall I cannot recall when the last time I had a real conversation. But yeah, if I remember correctly, when people engage with conversations, we listen. We listen. We respond sometimes unconsciously, maybe through facial expressions, and then we ask questions, and then, like what I said in my previous response, we don't necessarily respond to every bullet that the person have fired. Let's just put it that way. I guess we sort of, for me at least, I feel like I pause after the person was done speaking, and then I respond, because I need some bit of time to think and understand what the person had said. So I guess this is also a good way to approach our conversation or letters, because otherwise it would feel like a presentation. I feel like if I stick to this, it would feel like a presentation, like we're doing in school. So I guess I would just respond in a way in a paperless way. But I would like to comment first on your the garden the garden because it's so apparent that your perspective is is leaning towards the researcher's eye sort of approach, because you mentioned a lot of specifics that haven't even crossed my mind, and it's so interesting. It's so interesting to hear that questions really gives you interesting questions, that is not the what did you have for dinner sort of, but even what did you have for dinner question will give you an insight about a person in other ways. But then interesting questions, or questions that are a bit unusual, you the we really we really gain an insight of how the other person views the world, or how the other person approaches things, or how the mind works, which is more dominant, emotions or logic, or rationality, or those sort of things. And it's so cool because you basically, you taught me to look for, or you exposed me to the things that I should take into account when approaching a situation. Because as you know, the dominant thing in me are emotions and feelings. Being logical, I guess, is a learned behavior. Like I had to really, I have to teach myself a lot of things. And for you, it seems that that's the one that comes naturally, or is it a result of your studies? Maybe you could give me also a further insight why, who were you before you took up what you're studying? Did you already think the way you do? Did you already ask the questions that you ask? Or did it just develop over time? That's something that I'm very intrigued about. And yeah, I guess that's, and I would like to congratulate you for your thesis. I don't have, oh, I have some alcoholic beverage in here. Should I? No. No. It's Monday. It's Monday. But congratulations to your, congratulations I'm sorry again about my grammar. Congratulations with, I think with sounds better. Congratulations with your thesis. And I'm happy that you got it through. And it seems that you're doing other interesting things now that is also very related to it. And another thing, there are so many things in that video that just I was laughing the huge percentage of the time. The remarks, your facial expressions, the random theatrics. And one of them is what was that? The one where you imitated the do you ever feel like you're dreading something that you really need to do? Yeah, right now. Sort of. You made a better facial expression than what I just did, but that's how I could put it best. And I'm always happy to hear from you. It's like I have a friend that I hear from. It's so cool. And we may not have been born in the same country or born in the same years, but same year, but it's really cool that we're doing this. These. So I have to rewatch the other things again so I can respond to them properly. And I guess that would happen tomorrow because I have to go and get some sleep.